Alright, and hello everybody, I'm the Super27 and welcome to another Dokkan battle video. This is going to be another one that I'm recording on my phone, so again, if the audio sounds a bit different, I do apologize, and there is also some people doing some lawn work in my neighborhood, so if you hear like chainsaws or anything, if you hear noises, I do apologize about that, but regardless of that, this is the Super Battle Road stage up against, what is it, Time Limit, yes, no, not Time Limit, wait, what is this? Yeah, it is Time Limit, what am I talking about? This is Time Limit. So, Time Limit, this really isn't a hard Super Battle Road at all, just because we did get a lot of recent buffs for this category. Now, if you didn't summon on this banner, or if you didn't really participate in doing some of the easy A's, I could actually see this being quite a bit difficult, because you may notice we are running two rather obscure or odd options on the team. Now, granted, that's because I'm running a Majin Buu Saga variant of the team, that way I never have to worry about my Goku not being on a rotation with another Majin Buu Saga character. That's just something that I like to do. Personally, there are some other characters that you could have brought on this team. There is, like, the Blue Vegito from the Worldwide, the Download Celebration, stuff like that. But with the team that we are rocking today, up first, we obviously are running the Angel SSJ3 Goku as our lead. He is probably one of the best Extreme Super Battle Road characters, and will be pretty much for the rest of time. Having 90% damage reduction on turn 1 is just a ludicrous amount. He also has a stun, so meaning that you put him into slot 1, he can eat whatever super attacks come his way, he can then stun the enemy, and he does also have a beam, nullification, and counter. So many of these bosses in Super Battle Road, they just launch Kamehamehas at you, or just a generic beam. Having a chance to nullify that and then bounce that right back at the enemy, doing a decent amount of damage, is always something that's very fun. It's very useful, especially if you're in an event that has like Cell and 4-Cell Juniors, all of whom just launch a Kamehameha. Being able to potentially nullify all of those is great. Up next, we're running Kefla. Kefla is one of my favorite easy A's in the game. Don't at me. She is amazing, and she's my darling, and I love her so much. She does a ton of damage. You just give her a couple of orbs. She is also dodging. She can do, like, so much damage with her guaranteed additionals. There's times I feel like she could probably, like, one-shot some of these enemies in here, even, like, type disadvantage or whatever. She's just really fun. You're never really going to see, like, the Super Saiyan variant. You're just going to see her base form, which is a little bit undertoned compared to, like, how powerful she can get, but it's still just good, decent, and reliable damage. Up next, we have Gotenks. Gotenks, who is very similar to Kefla, and pretty much fulfills, like, the same role, except he doesn't need orbs. He's just a little bit less offensively potent, but he's just a dodging unit who, again, does a lot of damage, launches a bunch of additionals. He is also in the Majin Buu Saga category, meaning that he is constantly buffing the Angel SSJ3 Goku, so you never really have to worry about, again, never having that Goku without another unit. Even though that is incredibly rare, it is just something that I didn't really want to encounter throughout these runs, so that's why he's there. Next, we are running Buuhan, or Buu-Tanks, or whatever you want to call him, the LR, who is very good. He's a great, honestly, a great unit for Super Battle Road stages, because he does have just unrestricted guard on his very first turn, which is super nice, just because you can put him into slot 1, because again, these bosses, they can do some decent damage to you, so by having him in slot 1, you never really have to worry about taking too much damage. I mean, you're never really going to die from him. I feel like that would be a very rare experience to see, for certain. But he does good damage. He launches a billion additionals. Now, granted, we're not running him with too many other Majin Buu Saga, like, extreme class characters, so this is kind of a much weaker version that you would see normally when you're running anything else. Like, he's not linking out very well with any of these characters, but he doesn't really need any of that, especially since it's Super Battle Road. Even though these bosses can do some tricky things, it's really not too difficult. It's really the extreme Super Battle Road where things can actually get a little bit tricky. And then we have two funny little additions to this team. So, first, I'll discuss the Super Strike Skinny Gotenks, who I just needed another Majin Buu Saga character, and I threw him on the team. He's one of these really weird characters where he's kind of like a nuker, and he loses stats each turn, so he's actually really, really bad. The Fat Gotenks is actually much better as far as I'm aware, because he actually loses fewer stats as the turns go by. I don't know why Skinny Gotenks is weaker that way, but that is the case, but I did just throw him on there, that way we could have a little bit more type diversity. He's the only tech character that we were running, and I didn't really know what we'd be going up against, if there would be a lot of AGL units, or this, that, or the other, so I figured that was, like, probably a smarter decision than just bringing yet another physical character, because if we went up against a strong STR unit, that would maybe be a little bit of, like, a roadblock that could just potentially get us caught, but as you can see, that didn't really happen. And then finally, we have the Angel SSJ2 Vegeta. This is the character who I kind of really wish would have easy A'd during the celebration, because he would have been, like, a perfect partner for the Angel SSJ3 Goku. There were so many units who could have easy A'd, but I'm super glad that we did get the Kid Buu Super Easy Aid. Like, that was, again, that was a very clutch and a very smart and good decision. There were just a lot of characters, like the Tech Majin Vegeta, the Int SSJ2 Angel Goku. There were just a lot of units who had the potential to easy A who I really would have loved to see, just because this would have been the perfect time for them to do so. And I don't really know, like, are we going to get another Majin Buu Saga, like, representation within a year from now? I don't know. Because, like, when I'm thinking in the back of my brain, especially for, like, that Vegeta needs an Angel SSJ3 Goku, or an SSJ3 Goku in general. So, I mean, I'm not necessarily saying this, but, like, what if that celebration happens in a year's time, and this SSJ3 Angel Goku, he's power crept by that point, which could be possible. I mean, I'm going to say literally anything is possible, seeing as, you know, the 7th-year anniversary LRs are going to be easying in January, which is just a little over 6 months from now. Some of the best characters, like how powerful their kits are and how well designed they are, they're getting easy A's in 6 months. Yeah, I feel like most of the characters in the game are going to get extremely power crept in that amount of time. But this Vegeta, he's just kind of like one of these wackier units. He has a really weird mechanic where he gets stronger the higher his ki is in terms of offense. And he does also have a unit super attack with Goku on the rotation. He does a lot of like little wackier things. So he was actually a pretty fun little addition to run on here. He's just not very good defensively, so he does take a lot of damage, but his utility is kind of fun. But yeah, that is going to be all for this time, guys. I've been the SweetBro27. I'm a variety Twitch streamer and an up-and-coming YouTuber trying to make it big in the world. I have a Twitter, a Twitch, a TikTok, and a YouTube, the links of which can all be found in the description of this video. And while you're down there, don't forget to like, subscribe, share me around, and leave me a comment. Let me know, what did you think about this Extreme Super Battle Road? And how excited are you that we're one step closer to getting the Goku family support memory Easy Aid and Awakened, and then we can actually use it? Because I know it's on JP right now, the Easy A or whatever. But like that's going to be super potent for global players. So let me know what you think. But yeah, that's going to be all for now. So as always, I've been the SweetBro27, and I am signing off.